My student Anirban called me in the early morning from US. He was overwhelmed to share the news that consecutive sixth year he has received Best Employee Award yesterday. It was a great news because in the game of cricket we know that hat trick means three times taking the wicket, and it is a double hat trick situation for him. And I am super proud that my student got 6 time Best Employee Awards. I was discussing with him what was the evaluation criteria, and even after 5 years he got the award. 6 time award nomination should be tougher, and the examiner or the reviewer could have been super stringent not to give the award to him. But finally he backed the order. I was just discussing about the secret so that I can enlighten the all of the employee in the corporate world so that they can get benefited of the iconic employee. Here in this video I am going to share top 25 secret that Anirban was sharing it to me, and it is really a transformation oriented. Before I share top 25 golden rule that Anirban was following, let's get a role play. Assume that you have opened up your own organization and you are the CEO, CIO, CTO of the company. So you are a big boss there. Now you started recruiting people to run the show, run the operations. Now assume what is the best people you should try to retain, who will be really honest, who will be efficient in his job, who will be smart, who will lead by example, who will motivate and encourage others to grow, who will have inner knowledge, enough capability to handle your customer in spite of having the other colleagues on leave. He will be dynamic and so flexible that when you will be calling in problem solving decision making, he will be stepping forward, and he will have the grow with the team criteria. He will have the customer satisfaction mindset so that he can really create the difference. Similarly, when he was deputing his 100% in his office work, he was someone really a difference creator. He was someone who added consecutive effort, constructive effort, collaborative effort, coordinative effort, cooperative effort, so that his result was really ice breaking and really enthusiastic, so that Anirban was really a change maker for the organization. Now let's see what are the top 25 golden rule Anirban was consistently making as a habit that is resulting sixth year in a row Best Employee Award, which is a milestone for his lifetime journey. First rule that he followed, keeping the ego aside. He was champion in the state level cricket tournament, and he was really proud cricket player. But when he was serving in the IT organization, there was no more ego. He rather being humbled and served his customer. So there is no personal ego in his official job in US. No more personal interest in the office here. He has got a completely isolated, separated infrastructure to do his office work and personal work. There is no infrastructure sharing concept that he followed. Always, he has got a habit to respect his fellow colleagues. Instead of doing the conflicting and doing the rejection of the ideas, he was open to the idea of the newcomers, respect the idea, and then added a healthy conversation for brainstorming. He was superior in the organization, but he was no longer a bossy attitude owner. Rather, he was adopting the coaching mentality, guiding mentality, and growing together mentality. He always had the burning desire and approach attitude to serve his customer. When he was unable to solve the customer's problem, he saw the empathy, sympathy, and directed to the right team, right colleague who can really help. So that customer was in a good rapport chain, even though the problem was not solved directly by his healing touch. He was simple and maintaining raw profile. Even he was on the very senior position. He was really associated with the ground level colleague, sharing the idea and having the best idea in place to be converted into reality check with the feasibility analysis and testing to make some innovative difference in place. Since he was in the knowledge industry for long and the industry is changing super fast is space, starting from the industry harmonization to social harmonization. He was very much focused on his training and certification to empower the knowledge and skill which is the essential component to grow. Always he was asking himself early in the morning what else he can do, how he can make difference and how he can put extra effort to enrich the quality, and that helps to grow uniquely. He followed minutely the leadership's guideline so that 100% he will be aligned what organization is wanting to be flourished, wanting to be growing, not only focusing his interest, rather growing together with the organization's interest. He was having a keen aim to become Mr. Dependable, and he was always open to take additional responsibility. He knows if he put 100%, the organizational operation will go. But if he put 150 to 180%, then that will help organization to grow. There is a considerable amount of difference between keep the organization running versus keep the organization growing. Even if in the very tough situation in the project, in the organization, in the financial crunch, he was positive and having the attitude to find the opportunity in the problem. That was helping to create the mindset as a winner. He adapted the credibility and the capability to say no in a positive way. He was a great communicator to show the risk of adopting the offer that someone is taking and showing the actual risk element to say the offer to be rejected by saying no. He was very much enthusiastic about feed forward. He was happy to give constant constructive feedback so that his peer can do great, and he was keep on asking the feedback about his work, about his delivery, about his attitude, about his approach, about his outlook to look things so that he can improve on the current situation. Being a colleague in the corporate world in the IT industry, rejection, failure is the part of life. He was really associated to learn quickly from the rejections and failure and grow fast. He was very much clear about his strength and weakness. Rather than demotivating on the weakness that he is possessing, he was constantly working on his strength, sharpening his skill so that he can create something new in the next morning. Anirban was very much passionate about his work by controlling his emotion and anger. He converted his anger into jokes. He cracked joke so that serious topic can be simplified and well accepted by the colleagues and customer. Thus, he created a benchmarking of his presence and 50% problem was automatically resolved by his presence. Effective and efficient communication, communication and communication. Today also, being a teacher, I try to focus on two communication instances that Anirban need to improve on. He was on a key radar on improving his communication. He was sharpening his skill to tell the story to the customer the way the customer want to listen so that they can understand the impact that will be with his solution, with his program that he has developed. Not only that, before example, giving the example, before establishing the framework of communication, he was very well understood the objectivity and the importance of creating excellent rapport. He was the quicker one among his team to create a good rapport, to establish the bridge of the communication so that 50% of his idea was very well accepted in the client meet. Internationally, his office has got 20 branches and he was always scanning all through 6 years the top one, the second one, and the third one of the consistent performer. He modeled the iconic high performer in his organization and his client's organization in the principal company organization, and he noted the failure management skill, the behavior, the customer satisfaction orientation. So he applied all the approaches in his daily routine work and he made the difference accordingly. Self-image was the opportunity for every day for Anirban. He was working vigorously to sharpen his image and he was very much enriched with the knowledge, with the skill and his behavior which actually attract other like a magnet. So this is one of the critical component has enabled his brand establishment in the industry. He was always giving his presence early, on time, before time in the meeting. He was very dynamic personality holder, very much flexible. Thus, he was very much enthusiastic as a problem solver and easy goer for creating something unique in his forte. One thing that made Anirban someone very enthusiastic and killed his competition and provided the competitive advantage is not only the IT coding, problem solving, testing, etc. He was very good at cost ideas. He developed his skill to optimize the cost in his solution. He was very much focused on the quality enhancement and time optimization. So with less time, he was able to deliver a good quality of product with a fantastic accuracy and lower the cost. That creates him as a competition winner. He failed. He failed in weeks, but he was having the habit of saluting other colleagues who really created the benchmarking of winning. He has got the habit of appreciating the other colleagues who are far from the competition and who created real considerable amount of difference in their customer satisfaction winning forte. He was having a fantastic analytical mind. He was having the capability of critical thinking. He was able to show the management team which the management colleague cannot see on a real eye. He was having a vision. He was having a forward looking thinking pattern which helped to create excellent report of future trending, previous historical probability analysis, and the realistic risk assessment criteria. Anirban was a great problem solver and a risk mitigator. He can convert any boring topic to interesting topic to show the fear that is going with the ongoing solution. And thus, he was playing a leading role in the technology migration for many customers who are now a satisfied customer. He was always enthusiastic and approachable to others, but he was having a fixed time slot to serve his colleagues for answering the query or resolving their problem. He was very much focused to his work, his deliverable, his part of the duty, and having 1 hour for each day by prior appointment to help other colleagues query resolution so that he can make sure his job is completed on time and his time which is valuable, which is converted to money, is not mixing up with others priority. He was very much adaptive to change. He has got a courage to see and take the risk and show other so that the others can be inspired with his visionary action. He was having a great skill of pain versus gain analysis in short time, such that he was a good decision maker and his decision always proven to be a great decision for his company. Thank you for your time. Hope how Anirban was able to bag 6 consecutive years a great employee award is really enriching and encouraging for you. Follow the top 25 golden rule that we have learned from him into your practice, your daily routine, so that you can really uplift your capability from ordinary to the extraordinary level and you can be iconic employee for your organization. Hope you can take this learning seriously and put forward in your practice. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your best wishes so that we can grow together. Contact us for any personality development, training, empowerment, skill enhancement, and you can contact in our email address, in our phone number, so that we can design the customized solution for you so that you can really create your future compelling, enriching, encouraging, empowering, and you can have a bright one to move forward.